Good morning. So today, the agenda. So I'm going to be working on some editing. Got YouTube stuff to do. Very minimum editing, of course, as you can see. Got to edit Kidder. We got to get this done. It's a TV show. Even in its most rudimentary format, like I have to have something to show my manager. I gotta have something to show investors. Maybe we can sell it. It can be a huge stepping stone to help build a fan base. If you have a TV show and then you walk into any comedy club across the country, they're gonna be like, oh my God, Chris Kidder's here. Hey Chris, would you like to go up on stage? I'm like, nah, I don't want to go up on the stage. No, please, will you bless our stage? Come do some time. All right, what do you want me to do? You want me to do an hour? Okay, I'll come out. Fine, I'll do an hour. But it doesn't happen if you don't do the work. So, as I mentioned before, it's hard to sit there and stare at yourself on the computer. But I gotta get past that. I gotta do it and finish it. And there's other projects I want to work on. Other comedy projects I want to work on. Other movie projects I want to work on. Just the creative juices are flowing. And I don't want to spend money on a project, half-ass it, not finish it, and then go to something else. That is a bad habit. I've been doing a lot of that most of my life. Like you get a job, you're like, I don't really like this. I'm gonna go do something else. Oh, let me start a company. This is hard. Then you move on to something else. Start another company. I had a photography company for 3 years. I started tattooing people. Gave that up. The only thing I've done from beginning to end thus far, in my opinion, is go to school. I tried school when I was younger, did a year, didn't like it. Not for me. And I'm not advocating one way or another. You do you. School, no school, I don't give a shit. Do your fucking thing. But went to school for a year up in Rochester Institute of Technology. Studied microelectronic engineering. Boring. Dude, I was a kid. I didn't want to study anything at that time. I just wanted to study ladies. Yeah. Just wanted to party and go out with chicks. That's all I wanted to do. And then when I came to LA, a few years after I moved to LA, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to film school. So I went to LA City College, which has a film program, shockingly. And I went there for like a year and a half. I think I went there for 3 semesters and did film classes, and it was fun. And then I got in the film business. I just started working in the film business. Realized I don't need a degree to work in the film business. Like, you have money, just start shooting. You have a cell phone, you have an iPhone, an Android phone, just shoot something. Start editing it. Start making money. Not making money. My brain's always on money, but start making movies. Like, start making 2-minute movies, 3-minute movies, 5-minute movies, 10-minute movies. Maybe you want to shoot music videos. Go hang out with bands out of clubs. Tell them you want to try shooting a music video. Tell them you have a great idea. Storyboard it, show them, see what they think. Maybe they'll actually give you money to shoot it. But I didn't finish school. And then during the recession, if you guys remember back in like 2008, there was the big recession. Everybody was out of work. I worked in the film business at that point. I was in the union for a few years already, and all the TV shows shut down, all the movies shut down. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this industry. I hate it. I'm going back to school. I'm gonna go make real money. Money was always like the motivator. Like I wasn't like, what's the job entail? What am I actually going to do? I was just always like, oh, they make great money. And then I would go for it. And then I'd be like, I don't want to do this. You got to find something you love and then find a way to exploit it, which is what I'm doing with comedy now. But I went to school 4 years. I went to 2 years at a community college, got all my GEs, and then I was able to transfer into USC and studied business. And they have a fantastic business program. And I'm glad I did it. And I saw it, and it was so difficult. But I was like, dude, if I quit going to school. I had an opportunity while I was at school. My buddy, Kyle Newacek, is one of the creators of Workaholics. Him and, I'm friends. Well, I used to be a lot closer with them, but like Adam Devine, Anders Holmes, Blake Anderson, like all those guys from Workaholics. I used to party with them, helped them do sketch comedy and stuff that they used to put on their YouTube channel. Kyle Newacek used to work with me as a grip. We used to grip on movies and shit. But they put their head down and did the work, you know what I'm saying? And they started getting opportunities. And then Kyle and I were talking on the phone, and he told me they were going to go in and pitch this TV show. And then a little while longer, he hit me up. Hey man, we got greenlit, and he wanted me to come key grip it. And quite honestly, like, I let my ego get in the way, and honestly, I was fucking pissed off. I was like, bro, I'm not a fucking grip. Like, I came to LA, I wanted to get in the movie industry, I wanted to make movies, write movies, be in front of the camera. And then like, it was just like, hey man, you wanna, and he knew this. Kyle knew this. I told him that. And I was working on projects myself or trying to do things myself. And then he asked me to key grip it. And just being honest, like, I was offended. I was like, dude, like, I want to come work with you guys, like, but not lifting all your gear. That's what grips do. I mean, my back is all fucked up for doing that shit for 18 years. And I love Kyle. Kyle was like, I mean, I don't hang out with him anymore. He lives up in San Francisco with his wife and kid and shit like that. And they're on tour with their podcast. This Is Important podcast, which is badass. They have a huge following, but that huge following comes from, 7 or 8 seasons of Workaholics, on Comedy Central. That's awesome. Like, I want to be able to do that. But, at the time, I just let my ego get in the way, and I remember, like, just being like, bro, I'm not a fucking grip. Like, why? Like, I know I'm gripping, but this is not what I want to do. And him and I still talk occasionally. Like, it's not, I don't think he ever held a grudge or anything like that because I said that, but that's just how I felt. And I like to speak my mind. A lot of people in LA are soft, and I'm not saying he's soft or anything, but people in LA are soft. Like, everyone wants to beat around the bush and stuff. Like, dude, I'm originally from Houston, Texas, but I lived in New York. And, like, the people on the East Coast, Northeast Coast, New York, Massachusetts, all the way down to people down there are just legit. Like, we'll tell you this face. I don't like you. You're a fucking idiot. Get the fuck out of my life. That's how people are, and I like that. I don't need to beat around the bush, but people in LA want to step on eggshells. So I just told him how I felt and told him, like, dude, like, I'm not a grit. Like, I didn't come to LA to be a fucking grit. In retrospect, it could have been a great opportunity. 7 or 8 years of, like, full-time employment could have been really good money. I don't know. And one thing I noticed is, like, all his buddies that were working on the show one way or another, like, they all got in front of the camera. So maybe I would have got an opportunity to be in front of the camera. I don't know. So maybe I squashed that opportunity. But I have helped out Kyle a lot, and I hope he didn't forget that, because when I finish Kidder, I'm bringing it to you, buddy. I'm going to bring it to you and let you watch it. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for handouts, but I am asking for 30 minutes of your time. You can give me 30 minutes of time and watch my fucking shit that I worked my ass off on with my team. We spent money on it and we spent hours. I've now spent months editing and everything. So as a friend, you can watch the shit, dude. Am I gonna get anything out of it? Maybe not. Maybe he'll see this and be like, I ain't gonna watch shit. Come knock on your door in San Francisco. I love Kyle. Carl Hevacek, aka Kyle Newacek. Dude, I knew all that shit before that TV show even fucking happened. I miss that dude though. He was so positive, like such a positive guy to be around. Like I knew he was gonna fucking blow up because, you know, he just one positive, like you just wanted to be around this guy. And two, he just, you know, they talk about Kevin Hart like outworks everyone. Well, fucking watching Kyle, like the dude was always working, always smoking weed, but very functional smoking weed. I couldn't do, when I smoke weed, I'm not functional at all. But that dude would just like work into the night, editing. They would be shooting in the day, be editing into the night. Like, dude, when do you fucking sleep? Never saw that dude sleeping. Well, once he was sleeping at a party, and then one of his girlfriends and I, female friend, like her and I, like put makeup on Kyle, and he woke up the next day. He was fucking pissed, but it was fun. I love you, Kyle. But yeah, I gotta get this project done. So that's what I'm gonna be working on today. Also, my wife is working from home, so there's always distractions. Not sexually, like, distracting, even though that can be the case, but like, she's working from home, so she's like, hey, let's go to Target. So we did that this morning, so that ate up some time, and then she was like, hey, when you finish in the garage, how long are you gonna be? Let's go get lunch. And of course I wanna have lunch with my wife and everything, but it's like, I wanna get my shit done. I gotta shoot, this is my, like I said, my vlog documenting day-to-day activities as a comedian. Today we're editing. Yesterday we did some editing, but it was for someone else for their project that I'm helping them out with. Today I'm editing Kidder. But then I'm gonna go get lunch. I got Christmas lights to put up. It's Christmas time. Decorations have gone up around the house except my part, which is the lights. And then Christmas trees going up this weekend. Again, a distraction. My kids get out of school today. My son asked me, Daddy, I need to go over to my friend's house, and I got to go over there, and we're helping him do his invention. So him and his partner are making an invention project. They're in 4th grade, and I'm proud to do it. I'm happy to do it. I'm such a good kid. But again, like as a comedian, like it eats up time or limited time. Tonight I don't have any plans. Last night we did the backyard show with David Hardy, Marissa Fennell. Tonight I might go to a mic. We're gonna do some editing here, see how things go, see how the afternoon unravels. But tonight we might get to a mic over at Flashback here in the Valley. It's a spot I like. It's not too far, so I don't eat up a lot of gas. But I wrote 2 jokes yesterday I would like to try. Maybe get up on stage tonight, try those jokes, and just do some ranting. We'll see. Maybe I'll take in my camera and record it. Post it. All right. Enough for now. All right, here at Sila's, getting some Mediterranean food with my wife. I was talking about distractions. Yes, she's a huge distraction.
I'm not a distraction. I'm cute though.
I'm cute though. But when we work from home, she is a distraction.
I didn't bother you too.
It isn't like just always sex, but it's like, I know that's like rare.
Whatever.
But like it's like let's go get lunch.
I didn't.
Let's avoid work. Babe, you want to go to Target? I don't really feel like working right now.
Don't give away my secrets.
So that's what we're doing. We're having food at the Sila's Cafe. It's amazing Mediterranean food here in Burbank, California. We have the whole patio to ourselves. It's kind of cold out. Got a nice little water fountain. But yeah, I got to do this, and I did some editing. And then, yeah, got some stuff to do with the kids, and then we're going to try to hit this open mic later tonight. Flashback open mic, try out some new jokes, do some ranting, see if I can get any jokes. And then tomorrow I should be getting my car mounts for my camera, and I should be getting a microphone. So I think the mic on the iPhone is bleh. We'll see. We'll test out this new mic. I wanted to get the Rode mic, Rode 2 mic, whatever it is, lavalier mic. But I went with the Cinco. It's cheaper, more cost effective. I haven't worked in like, what, 6.5 months, babe? Mm-hmm. The writer strike and the actor strike. And anyways, and back issues too. So I had to go with the cheaper option. Hopefully it works out. It should be fine. All right, back to the distraction.
I'm cute.
My cute distraction. So I'm out front of Flashback. Well, I'm in my car. I just parked. Here at Flashback, which is a cool little mic spot here in the valley. I don't even know what this is. Van Nuys? North Hollywood. I think it's North Hollywood. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's close to my house. It's only like 10 minutes away, so it's a good spot. Owned by Chang. Dante Chang. Cool dude. Smokes a lot of weed. My girl, Melanie Silva, is hosting tonight, so she's a good friend. I like her a lot. Super cute, super funny. But she's hosting. She's always a good host. But I'm going to go in here and do 5 minutes. I'm mostly just going to rant. I got a couple of jokes I'm going to try. I'm not looking for laughters. Like when I do mics, I'm just up there practicing. If I can get... The room's full of comics. So if you can get a couple of comics to chuckle, then that's a joke I think worth working on and trying and taking out to a comedy show and putting it somewhere in your set and testing it out on a real crowd. A real crowd. When I say real crowd, I mean like people who pay to buy a ticket, who want to be entertained, who are drinking, eating, having a good time. They just want to laugh. And so they're listening with the intent of laughing. That's a real audience. If you could make a jaded, pissed off, disgruntled comic go, then it's probably pretty funny. If you get a comic to bust out laughing, that usually doesn't translate to a room of people laughing, because comics laughed at. So we'll laugh at some of the most fucked up shit that people at a comedy club just won't laugh at. They either don't get it, it's too dark for them, whatever, but the comedians think it's hilarious because we've heard everything under the sun, so it's hard to wow us, to impress us. So, but I'm just looking, we call this, my buddy Dan Green coined this phrase, the verbal gym. That's what it is, the verbal gym. And that's what we're doing here. We're working out, having a good time.
Random thoughts of Chris Gator. Yeah, anyways. Today, my wife and I were driving around, and honestly, guys, I have like anger issues. Like, I ended up doing stand-up comedy because I fucked a girl's car up in a drive-thru at a Starbucks. That's another story. I know, that's a long story, right? But we can talk about that another time. But today, my wife and I dropped off the kids, and someone cut me off, and I flipped out in the car. She goes, "You need to fucking relax. Like, just relax. Stop getting so goddamn angry at everyone." And I go, "Well, they just need to learn how to fucking drive." And she was like, can't you just think of something else? Can't you just think of something else?" And I'm like, "What? The birds? You want me to look at the magnolia trees? Is that better?" She goes, "Well, why not?" I go, "What the fuck? You drive an hour every day to Cedar Sinai and you're just like, birds." Like, I don't, like, Right? I mean, what else am I supposed to think of? I'm surrounded by 30,000 fucking cars. Of course I'm gonna think of the cars in front of me. I'm fucking angry, guys. I'm Chris Kidder. Thank you.
All right, so that's a little piece of my open mic. Tried some new stuff. Some of it went some of it went well. Doesn't matter. It's just about getting it out of your mouth, hearing it out loud, going back, reviewing the tape. And I think I got some good material out of it. I got to do some editing, obviously. Take out all the bullshit. How do you get through the premise quickly, get to the punch quickly? And if it's a story, how do you get to the funny parts faster? So, got to work on that. But that's a good mic. That's what a good mic's all about. I think we had 7 or 8 people in the room. So, not a very big room, but it was a good room. Everybody was working through the material as we do. And yeah, let's see. Coming up, what do I got coming up? I'll probably go hang out at some shows this weekend, and then next week I got 2 shows, so we'll try that out. But yeah, if you are watching this, what do you think? What do you think about the material? Again, it's brand new. I don't really give a shit if you like it or not, because that's not what it's about. But if you have any feedback, or you're like, hey, I like that could be a really funny joke. It could be a funny joke. I'm not asking if it's funny now, but I know it is, and it will be even funnier. Anyways, thank you. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. And soon I'm going to have a mic, a better mic, and we're going to sound amazing. You can hear my bassy voice.